You are not aging because of time. You are aging because of habits you were never taught to question. There are women in Shanghai, in Chengdu, in Guangzhou, who are 50 and routinely mistaken for 35, not because they have access to something expensive, not because of a single miracle product, but because they started 8 invisible habits in their 20s that most Western women do not even hear about until the damage has already begun. And this is not about genetics. A 2003 study published in Aesthetic Plastic Surgery by Dr. Yoshio Shirakabe found that while Asian skin does contain a thicker dermis and greater baseline collagen density, the visible difference in aging between Chinese women and their Western counterparts cannot be explained by biology alone. The researchers concluded that lifestyle habits and sun protection behavior were equally if not more responsible. This video is about those habits, 8 of them. Quiet, free, and startlingly simple. Stay until secret number 8, because it is the one Chinese grandmothers have passed down for centuries, and modern dermatology only confirmed it 3 years ago. Secret number 4 will change how you think about every glass of water you drink. And if you think anti-aging starts at the skincare aisle, secret number 6 will prove you wrong before you finish hearing it. Let us begin. Here is what most women in the West are taught about aging. It is inevitable. It is genetic. And the only way to fight it is to buy something. A serum, a procedure, an injection. So you start spending, and you keep spending, and the industry keeps growing. The global anti-aging market reached over $60 billion in 2023, according to Grand View Research. And yet, the signs keep coming. The lines, the dullness, the fatigue in the skin that no cream seems to reach. In Chinese culture, there is a concept embedded in traditional Chinese medicine that reframes this entirely. It is called Wai Zheng Sheng, the art of nourishing life. It does not treat aging as a war. It treats aging as a relationship, and the kitchen, the teacup, the pillow, and the morning light are considered more powerful than any product you will ever put on your face. These are 8 habits Chinese women begin in their 20s. Not because they are told to look young, but because they are taught to live in a way where looking young is simply what happens. And if Sino Living is opening your eyes to something you have never considered before, subscribe now, because what comes next will stay with you. Secret number 1. They treat the sun like an enemy, not a friend. In the West, a tan is considered healthy, desirable. You lie in it, you chase it, you pay for it. In China, the opposite is true. Chinese women carry UV blocking umbrellas on cloudless days. They wear sun-protective sleeves in July. Some wear what has been called the face kini, a full face covering designed purely for ultraviolet defense. It is not vanity, it is strategy, and the science behind it is not subtle. A 2021 literature review published in the journal Clinical, Cosmetic, and Investigational Dermatology by Guan and colleagues found that approximately 80% of visible facial aging, the wrinkles, the spots, the texture loss, can be attributed to ultraviolet exposure. 80%, not 20, not half, 80. UVA radiation, which penetrates clouds and glass, reaches the deepest layer of the skin, and the dermis, where it degrades collagen and triggers enzymes, called matrix metalloproteinases, that actively break down the structural proteins holding your skin together. A study of 22 participants exposed to low-dose UVA-1, found increasing levels of MMP 3 euros in a dose-dependent response. You do not need a sunburn to age. You just need a window. Chinese women understood this before dermatology had a name for it. The umbrella is not decoration. It is a daily act of prevention that compounds over decades. That is secret number 1. Secret number 2, they drink warm water almost never cold. Walk into any restaurant in Beijing. Before you order food, warm water arrives. Not hot tea. Not room temperature. Warm. It is as automatic as breathing. In traditional Chinese medicine, cold water is believed to disrupt the body's internal heat balance, what TCM calls the flow of qi, through the spleen and stomach meridians. Cold contracts, warmth expands, and digestion, in this framework, is a warm process that cold beverages slow down and weaken over time. Western medicine has been slower to engage with this idea, but the physiological logic holds up. Warm fluids improve vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which enhances circulation to the skin and internal organs. Better circulation means better nutrient delivery to skin cells and more efficient removal of metabolic waste. Dr. Felicia Stoller, a registered dietitian, has noted that warm water can help improve blood flow and support the body's natural detoxification process. Chinese women do not drink warm water because they read a study. They drink it because their mothers handed it to them before they could ask why. And by the time they are 30, their skin is hydrated from a system that has never once been shocked by ice. That is secret number 2. Secret number 3. They eat to nourish the skin, not just to fill the stomach. The traditional Chinese diet is not a diet in the Western sense. It is a philosophy of balance. A 2024 systematic review published by New and colleagues in Nutrition Reviews found that the traditional Chinese diet, characterized by high vegetable intake, fish, soy products, and minimal processed food, was inversely associated with obesity risk and chronic inflammation. But the skin-specific dimension goes deeper. Chinese women have consumed beauty soups for centuries. One of the most revered is a dessert made from tremella of thyme, the silver ear mushroom, sometimes called snow fungus. Research from the Pacific College of Health Sciences confirms that tremella contains polysaccharides that stimulate the body's production of hyaluronic acid, the same compound that dermatologists inject to plump and hydrate the skin. Except Chinese women are not injecting it. They are eating it. In a bowl, with red dates and goji berries. Before bed. A 2020 study by Shahrajabian and colleagues found that tremella is rich in dietary fibers, antioxidants, and vitamin D, with demonstrated anti-inflammatory and immune-regulating properties. Then there is collagen through bone broth. Chinese households simmer pork bones, chicken feet, or fish heads for hours, not for taste alone, but because the slow extraction of collagen, gelatin, and amino acids is understood as food that feeds the skin from the bloodstream outward. Forbes contributor Amber Gibson documented this practice, noting that Chinese beauty superfoods center on the principle that structural protein consumed internally reflects externally. You are not what you put on your skin. According to Chinese tradition, you are what you feed it from the inside. That is secret number 3. Secret number 4. They protect collagen by avoiding what destroys it, sugar. This is the glass of water habit I mentioned at the start. But it is not about water. It is about what Chinese women do not put into their bodies. A landmark 2010 study by dermatologist Dr. F. William Danby, published in Clinics in Dermatology, established something that has since become a cornerstone of anti-aging science. Glucose and fructose bind to the amino acids in collagen and elastin through a process called glycation, forming compounds called advanced glycation end products AGEs. These AGEs cross-link collagen fibers, making them stiff, brittle, and incapable of the elastic repair that keeps skin smooth. A 2015 review by Nguyen and Tucker, published in Skin Therapy Letter, called this phenomenon sugar sag, and confirmed that dietary sugar accelerates intrinsic skin aging at the molecular level. Traditional Chinese meals are built on vegetables, rice, steamed proteins, and broths. Desserts are not sweet in the Western sense. They are made with beans, seeds, and lightly sweetened soups. The sugar load per meal is dramatically lower. A 2024 Harvard Health report on traditional Chinese diets highlighted that this pattern of eating plant-forward, low in refined sugar, high in variety, is associated with lower rates of metabolic disease and chronic inflammation. Chinese women are not on a sugar-free diet. They are simply eating from a culinary tradition that never made sugar the center of the plate. That is secret number 4. If this is making you rethink your own routine, tap that like button. This is exactly what we explore on Sino Living, and your engagement helps this reach someone who needs to hear it today. Secret number 5. They practice gua sha and have for 2,000 years. You may have seen the jade or rose quartz tool on social media. You may think it is a trend. In China, it is older than paper. Gua sha, literally meaning scraping sand, is a technique rooted in traditional Chinese medicine that involves firmly stroking the skin with a smooth-edged tool to stimulate blood flow, move lymphatic fluid, and release tension from the fascia beneath the facial muscles. It was used for full-body therapeutic purposes for over 2,000 years before it was adapted for the face. In 2007, researchers Nielsen and colleagues published a study showing that gua sha treatment caused a 4-fold increase, 400%, in local microcirculation in treated tissue. That blood flow remained elevated for over 25 minutes after treatment ended. A 2025 randomized controlled trial by An and colleagues, published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology, took it further. Over 8 weeks of regular gua sha use, participants showed measurable reductions in facial surface distances of 2 to 3 mm, visible contour improvement, along with improved skin elasticity and muscle tone. A 2018 study by Miyagi and colleagues published in Complementary Therapies in Medicine confirmed that regular facial massage increases vascular dilation response over time, meaning the skin's ability to receive nourishing blood flow actually improves with consistent practice. Chinese women do not do this for 5 minutes and expect a miracle. They do it the way they drink warm water every day, without urgency, without expectation. And the face responds the same way the body responds to any habit that is held long enough. It changes. That is secret number 5. Secret number 6. They sleep early, and they treat sleep as skincare. This is the secret I told you would change how you think about anti-aging entirely. Because it does not involve your face. It involves your pillow. A 2019 review published in the Journal of Drugs in Dermatology by Lyons and colleagues found that the skin's circadian rhythm governs when cellular repair peaks euro, and that DNA repair activity, collagen synthesis, and blood flow to the skin are all highest during deep sleep phases, particularly between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. Human growth hormone, the primary driver of cellular regeneration, surges during the first hours of sleep, with the largest pulse occurring within the first 90 minutes of falling asleep. A 2025 systematic review by Sadur and colleagues published in Dermato confirmed that sleep deprivation directly impairs collagen production, cellular repair, and growth factor release, accelerating visible aging at the structural level. Chinese culture has long held that sleeping before midnight is essential. The concept of zi qi, jia oa, resting during the zi hour, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., is rooted in traditional Chinese medicine's organ clock, which teaches that the liver and gallbladder perform their deepest detoxification work during these hours. Disrupting this window, in TCM, disrupts the body's ability to cleanse the blood that feeds the skin. Modern Chinese sleep surveys report that 75% of Chinese people take a regular midday nap, averaging 26 minutes euros, an additional restorative window that allows cortisol to drop and cellular recovery to occur twice in one day. Every anti-aging product you own works on the surface. Sleep works from the cell outward, and Chinese women have been prioritizing it before any study told them to. That is secret number 6. Secret number 7. They use green tea, not just to drink, but to protect. Tea was first consumed in China around 2737 BC. According to historical records documented in a 2019 review by Prasanth and colleagues published in the journal Nutrients. It is not a beverage in China. It is a medicinal tradition. Green tea contains epigallocatechin gallate viro, EGZG euro, the most abundant catechin and one of the most potent natural antioxidants ever studied. EGZG neutralizes reactive oxygen species, the free radicals that damage collagen, trigger inflammation, and accelerate the visible signs of photoaging. A 2020 study by Chaikul and colleagues, published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology, found that green tea extract increased collagen and elastin fiber content in skin models and suppressed the enzyme MMP3 euro, which is directly responsible for collagen degradation. A randomized, placebo-controlled clinical trial gave 56 women ages 25 to 75 oral supplements of 250 milligrams of green tea polyphenols daily for 2 years. At the end of the study, researchers observed significant improvements in facial skin quality and a measurable reduction in sun-induced erythema. The skin did not just hold, it improved. A 2024 review by Zheng and colleagues, published in the journal Antioxidants, confirmed that green tea catechins possess potent antioxidant properties that neutralize the free radicals generated by oxidative stress, the single largest accelerator of skin aging beyond UV exposure. Chinese women drink green tea the way Western women drink coffee, multiple times a day, from their 20s onward, and the polyphenols accumulate in the plasma, in the blister fluid, and, as one clinical study showed, in the skin biopsy tissue itself. That is secret number 7. Secret number 8. They use pearl powder and grandmothers knew before laboratories did. This is the one I saved for last, because it sounds like folklore, until you read the research. Pearl powder Zhenzhou fan has been used in Chinese beauty rituals since the Tang Dynasty, over 1,300 years ago. Empress Wu Zetian, one of China's most powerful rulers, reportedly consumed pearl powder mixed with water and applied it to her face daily. She was described by court historians as having luminous skin well into her later years. A 2021 comprehensive review published in Pharmaceutics by Low and colleagues at the National University of Singapore analyzed pearl powder's biomedical properties and confirmed that it contains amino acids, trace minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and conchiolin, a protein with demonstrated antioxidant activity. The review found that pearl powder was effective in beauty treatment and resistant to aging, noting that ultrafine pearl powder particles showed enhanced antioxidant properties. Pearl powder has also been studied for its role in promoting skin cell regeneration. Research published in the same review found that pearl nacre stimulates osteoblast and fibroblast activity cells directly involved in tissue repair and collagen production. Chinese women today still mix pearl powder into face masks, press it into their moisturizer, or consume it in warm water. It is not marketed with a celebrity face. It is passed from grandmother to granddaughter with a single instruction: use it every day. That is secret number 8. Now here is what all 8 of these secrets have in common. None of them are expensive, none of them are complicated, and none of them started in a laboratory. They started in kitchens, in teacups, in bedtime routines, in the quiet, repeated choices of women who understood that aging is not something that happens to you. It is something you either accelerate or slow down every single day, with habits so small that most people never notice they are doing them. The umbrella, the warm water, the tremella soup, the low-sugar plate, the gua sha stone, the early pillow, the green tea, the pearl powder. 8 habits. No surgery, no injections, no subscriptions. You do not need to fight time. You need to stop feeding the things that steal it. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which secret surprised you the most? Not the one you have heard before, the one that made you pause, the one that made you think about what you have been doing differently your entire life. And if there is a woman in your world, your mother, your sister, your friend, who has been spending hundreds on products but has never heard what a bowl of tremella soup or a consistent bedtime can do for her skin, send her this video. You do not need to explain it. Just share it. She will understand. And if you are new to Sino living, this is what we do here. We look at the habits, the traditions, and the quiet wisdom that modern life forgot to teach you. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.